We have our first two people now on the final table. So Chan from Hong Kong is now joined by Rainer Biele from Germany as our two of our four contestants for the final. So big move there. Congratulations, Rainer.
So it looks as if the setup here or the general strategy, and maybe a combination with the board setup here, is that we're going to not reveal ourselves as being a front runner in this game. We're going to sit back in the weeds, and we're going to strike when we get to 10.
Yep. And that's the way certainly with the players at this level, they're planning for that. This is not some sort of coincidental, I just happen to have the cards I need to jump 2 or 3. This is really being able to put yourself in a position where people are going to trade with you. They don't perceive you as a threat, however threatening you may really be, and to make that big jump at the end, make that 3, 4, 5 point jump. You know, half your points in the game are scored in one turn in this game. That's quite the move.
The other players of the game should be seeing that if Rainer did have 3 face-down development cards in front of him, when I shake hand again, there was an entire possibility that he was sitting at 8. And just a swing, one of those 2 point cards the victory.
Now, of course, I hope to get your cards. We only play 1 development card each turn. So as long as every turn you're whipping out one of those, you can lull someone into a false sense of security. It's like, well, I would play all of these if I could, but I can only play 1 per turn. And of course, as long as you keep cranking out 1 every turn, no one notices that 3 of them have been sitting there for forever. So, you know, of course, the thing to remember, though, is that we've now had 2 players that have made that big jump, 6 to 10, 5 to 10 to get into the final. That's unlikely to work in a final table. That's the final table. Everybody is going to be very hyper aware of that opportunity.
And if they're all doing that very same thing, people are going to be eyeing on people with 4 and 5 points. They're going to be giving them the evil eye. Hey, what kind of bag of tricks do you have holding in your hand? What kind of cards do you have on the table that we don't know about that might spring you to victory?
Right, so a much more cagey game perhaps starting to shape up for the final, or a much more suspicious game shaping up for our final table this afternoon. So 2 down, 2 to go. Chan is going on to the final. Rainer Biele is going on to the final. So Hong Kong and Germany are already represented on our final table. We are simply waiting for our final 2 tables. Again, that would be Herbert Chager, Ricky Zappia, Vincent Yan, and Luis Diego Montesoto on table 2. And on table 3, we're waiting for William Benvenuto, Erwin Paulson, Misha Medinejad, and Justinas Norica to finish their games, and we'll know who our final 2 contestants are. So,
and as we can see the scores. We actually do have some 8-point scores now at table 3 as well.
And Justinas on table 3 is out at 9 points, so representing a large lead on the table there. So we'll see what happens there.
And then once again, we have Ricky Zappa with one of the 2-point cards at 7 points, and the other players following closely behind.
So certainly now with only 2 tables to focus on, we'll try and give you as much information as we can on tables 2 and 3 as time and video allows us. So it'll be interesting what happens at table 3 there. If 9 points can hold off everyone else, or if one of the other players there happens to be hanging out and waiting and holding back and making their moves. So.
We have our overhead camera now pointed at both tables 2 and 3.
So if you happen to see a bunch of people jump up and down, we'll know something has happened at one of those 2 tables. But we'll see if maybe we can get a solo camera over to one or the other of those tables. But right now our attention is starting to divert to table 3 right now. We've got a 9-point player there, and some other folks, again, who apparently are well within shooting distance if they're sitting at 5 and 6 points. That was all you needed to win on either of the other two tables. So at this point, I would say everyone is in that position.
Chegar antes sem ninguém ver. Aí quando ele fechou a rua, a street, eu fui pra lá mesmo, porque não tinha mais o que fazer.
He's saying that he was leaving for this reason, but when the road was in that direction, he turned right. But they really needed that.